And thanks for joining us tonight. It was Tuesday when the Republican-controlled legislature moved forward with Governor Evers' legislative maps, passing them through both chambers.
Accepting the maps is a move designed to prevent the liberal-controlled Wisconsin Supreme Court from stepping in and drawing the boundaries. So first, let's take it back to the beginning. The Republican-drawn maps were first enacted in 2011 and then largely kept in place until 2022. They are widely regarded as the most gerrymandered in favor of Republicans in the country.
In December of last year, then, the Wisconsin Supreme Court tossed the current Republican-drawn maps as unconstitutional, so Governor Evers, the legislature, and others submitted new maps for the court to consider. Meanwhile, last week, he promised to sign his maps into law if the legislature passed them with no changes.
And on Tuesday, the Senate passed it 18-14 with one Democrat joining 17 Republicans in favor. And the Assembly passed it 63-33 with all Democrats except one voting against it.
So that all leads up to this coming Tuesday, a deadline for the governor to take action on those maps that the legislature gave him.
Political reporter Will Kenneally has more on what the governor's decision might look like. Will?
Well, it's not a given decision for the governor. Actually, some Democrats have wanted him to veto his own maps. Now, why? There's a chance the Democrats could get better maps from the state Supreme Court if he vetoes them. Now, I want to show you this. This is what the impact would look like for voters under the changed maps. These are the Senate districts kind of in the Madison area here. This purple outline is what this Madison district looks like. And so for viewers kind of where the station is in Southwest Madison here, we would be lumped in with this Madison district. Under the changes, this would change to these colored splotches here. We'd be actually in this Middleton district out here. So a lot to consider for the governor as he's mulling these changes.
We had a map that we don't like, but it certainly is one that we've already adopted, and hopefully Governor Evers will sign it.
If the governor does decide to sign those maps into law, we will see a handful of changes for Wisconsin voters. Not only will some voters be shifted into new districts, but
I mean, there's a bunch of new districts. There's a bunch of lots of people who are going to have to be found to run for office.
if we take a look at the Senate district map for the Madison area, the Madison 26th district would stretch further onto the city's east side. That bumps into another district and would actually mean those two Democrats would have to run against each other. These would actually be the only two Senate Democrats who have to run against each other. According to an analysis by WisPolitics.com, 8 Republican senators would have to run against each other under these new maps. In the Assembly, 22 Republicans are pitted against each other compared to just 2 Democrats.
We need to have the ability to go out and recruit candidates. We have the ability to go out and, fight the policy battles that are going to make a difference between now and November.
Yeah, so some of these districts, like in southwestern Wisconsin, would actually have no legislators, so it'd be an open seat for people to run. Another one of the changes that I want to point out for you here is down in southern Wisconsin, down in Rock County here. You can see this purple line would divide some communities. This yellow district would keep communities like Beloit and Janesville together. Now, this is, again, all up to the governor, who will have to decide by Tuesday.